Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
You're listening to our socialtv.co.za news feed. My name is Sam Marshall. Our top stories: scarce skills lead to thousands of vacancies in Cape Town, and Cartrack launches socio-economic development program. A scarcity of certain skills in the market has caused over 3,000 vacancies in the city of Cape Town. That's according to the city's financial performance report. The vacancies are mainly due to the turnaround time in filling jobs and the impact of the process. In its financial monitoring report, the city's finance directorate reported 175 vacancies in various stages of the recruitment and selection process. 82 positions were filled and 33 terminations processed since the beginning of the financial year. The current vacancy rate, inclusive of contracts which concluded during last month, as well as 1,820 new positions which have been created, is 3,237. This represents a 9.7% vacancy rate against a target of just over 12%. Load shedding during peak times is having a severe impact on trade at the Durban fresh produce market in Clarewood. Market agents who spoke to the Mercury newspaper said that over the past 2 days, they had lost hundreds of thousands of rand. This comes as the Durban Chamber of Commerce and Industry said the 2 to 4 hour loss of productive time was crippling for most small businesses in both the formal and informal sectors of the city. The fresh produce agent said the scheduled power cuts happened during peak traffic time of 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and they were unable to work because the market's generators did not have diesel. They said that it was the city's responsibility to supply diesel for the generators. Zimbabwe has lifted a ban on imports of genetically modified corn for the first time in 12 years as the southern African nation begins to take action to avert what could be its worst famine. While genetically modified corn imports from South Africa are being allowed, the grain is carefully quarantined and is milled into a cornmeal, a national staple. Zimbabwe is battling its worst drought in 40 years and is in the midst of an economic collapse that's left about 8 million people, or more than half the population, in need of food aid. Genetically modified corn is shunned across sub-Saharan Africa, and in Zimbabwe, steps are being taken to ensure the grain doesn't enter national seed stocks. And finally, mobility solutions giant Cartrack is making a significant contribution towards upskilling young South Africans and providing long-term employment prospects with its newly launched socio-economic development program. Cartrack's investment is empowering and upskilling unemployed and previously disadvantaged young adults. So far, 180 unemployed young men and women aged between 20 and 30 years have participated. The majority of participants reside in Alexandra and Soweto in Johannesburg, Gauteng. Cartrack has already employed 21 people from the first intake and plans to create further job opportunities in the future as the business grows. Program participants, on completion of the 3-week program, receive a certificate of competence from the Media Information and Communication Technologies Sector Education and Training Authority. That's the MICT-SETA. Let's recap our top story. Scarce skills lead to thousands of vacancies in Cape Town.
For more stories like these, go to www.social-tv.co.za, subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on our social mediums.